to Code&Gamology. Today, we're making a game called Get That Cat. Okay, so the rules are, click space to increase your meter, or else your meter will drop by itself. Get the meter into the red area, and your dog on the bottom will speed up, and you'll be able to catch the cat. Now, let's get started. So I'm clicking space, increasing my meter. I'm getting in the red and becoming super dog. I'm gonna get the cat. Woohoo! I won the game! Now, without further ado, let's go create that game. Okay, so, like I always say, let's start with the backdrops. But wait. This time, our backdrop is not really doing much. And this is gonna be a very special, because if you look carefully, the bar that was right there is not a sprite. It's basically I drawn it in the backdrop. Now, I have a few good tips for this. Because if you don't get this right, the whole game will be messed up. So follow along. So, you can get your color first and kind of draw it. But wait, this is nothing compared to what I did. So, we make the outline very thick. I would say somewhere near, let's see. I would say our outline could be somewhere near 25. So if we make our outline 25, this will become very fat. But we turn off our fill. Looks exactly like what we want. Now let's just shape it into something more like this, if you want to make it a meter. Okay, our next part is our meters filling. Now wait, you're like, what? Didn't we just turn into filling off? Yes. Turning off the filling is just to make sure that you can see everything clearly. Now, let's change our fill to a certain color, whatever color you want to fill your meter. And ta-da! Your meter is complete. Now, another thing I would like you to know is that I basically used the blue sky thing and I just draw it on it. So, feel free to use the blue sky. And the last thing, you'll probably want something for your sprites to stand on. So watch this. What? I draw two rectangles of about the same size, and then I just make this one go backwards so that it's behind this, and I just simply tuck it behind. That's how I do it. Okay, so now with our backdrops done, without further ado, let's hurry on to our players. Now, I always say players first. So start with our music. Mystery is a very fun music for this, I think. But it's your choice. And let's do it with our regular combination for music. The one start, forever, and the play sound. Okay, now for the next one, we're gonna create a variable that says dog equals normal dog. Okay? So I'll basically have you explain what dog equal normal dog does. You saw that super dog, right? This thing makes you know that if it's a super dog or not. So, forever, if dog equal normal dog is true, so it's a normal dog, then it'll do nothing. Else, it'll play the high whoosh sound effect so that you're running very fast. And else, if dog equal normal dog equals not true, then it's gonna play high whoosh. So that means it's super dog. And let's duplicate this and place it back. Now let's get back to costumes. So this is my dog player. As you see, Fiffy, she appeared in pretty much all of my videos. And I took exactly the same exact dog, but I just draw a cape, you see? This one is pretty much the same as this, except I kind of moved its joint or legs. Now, if you want to know how I draw Fiffy, I just simply took the dog sprite, this one right here, and I just drawed it. Okay. Now we have the player 1 and player 2. Those are the regular costumes because it's a normal dog. Else, it's going to be player 3 and player 4. Now, I'd like you to tell you that I kind of made a slightly difference to these because 0.1 seconds between switching costumes is the normal dog. But 0.09 seconds, which is very fast, so it's a super dog. Woohoo! We got our first sprite done. Let's head to our cat. Okay, so by now, if you ignore the top, you should have pretty much these two sprites. Now I have my regular scratch cat. Now, wait, hot. This is a bunch of messages, so broadcast message alert, okay? So 0.01 and 0.01 seconds waiting between cat A and cat B. This is the original costumes they give this cat. Now, when start, it should go to the beginning, somewhere here. Now, when we receive that this player is running really fast, what should the cat do? Well, the cat should go backwards. But since this is a pretty weird logical explanation, but since our dog is running so fast, dog is actually not moving at all. Only the cat simplifies it as when it receives that it's actually running fast, but it's not showing any movement, the cat will go back. So it changes by -2. But when it says that this guy is not running too fast, you go forward by 5. Now adjust these two integers as much as you want, but let me tell you, if your bar is in here, then this is how much speed you gain, and this is how much you lose if you're not. And then we have these broadcasts, you win. Yeah, that's the winning message. Once or forever, if the cat touches the player, it loses. So it broadcasts you win, and it's gonna stop all. Now, the bargle, this is kind of complicated, because I'll first draw you 1. So this is just the same exact rectangle, but I'm gonna duplicate this rectangle and kind of pull it here. And I'm gonna duplicate it again and pull it this way. Okay, you get it? Good. Now when start forever, we're gonna switch costume to, we have 3 costumes, right? So we can use random 1 to 3 and pick random 0.1 to 1 seconds between the way of switching costumes, so that you'll see that it kind of changes randomly. Now when start, we should have our bar goal go to the middle, and forever it's gonna glide to random positions from -250 to 250. And remember, we're not moving the Y, but the X. And we're gonna glide to by pick random 2 to 5 seconds. So this is the speed, the pick random is the speed, this pick random is speed, this is the range, and then this is how much time between travels. Now we're gonna be broadcasting I'm running too fast and run, and set dog to normal dog and true and all that stuff. Okay, so here I'll recommend you to create the dog equal normal dog variable and the run speed. Okay, so if you're done with that, let's keep going. So in start forever, if it's touching the color, this color is the color of your bar cloner, but I'll talk more about it later. Right now, it's gonna set if it's touching this, think about it. If it's touching the bar cloner, then what should it do? Well, it probably should broadcast from a run and turn into dog equal normal dog equal false, because it's super dog, and run speed is 0.01. Now, I'm running too fast. Set dog equal normal dog equals true, and run speed is 0.1. Okay, now I'd like to remind you also that this whole part right here, this whole part is actually counted as touching the bargle. See here? Now, I just wanted to tell you a reminder. If, for some cost, that your game doesn't work, then try this. Try adding an invisible box to the inside of your thing. Okay, now that we're done with this, we're gonna go to the bar cloner. Now, hot before we move. Okay, we need a hot. This should be one color, the color that you inserted here, and then here's the important part. You need to make sure that your size is the same as mine, no matter what size you choose. Here, it's 12 times 25. This, though, our second costume, is 20 times 23. You see, they kind of grown in width, but subtracted in length. Okay, well, now that I'm sure you have everything in place, I'll say it's time to drag it to somewhere you want it at the beginning. Here. Okay, so we should probably talk about this first. So when start, it's gonna go to the position you just chose, which you can just drag out of here, and it's gonna switch costume to costume 2 or this costume. Now wait until the space is gonna press. Forever, if the space is pressed, we're gonna make a very shortened crank. And it's gonna create a clone of itself, and it's gonna change X by 5. Else, it's going to change it by -5. Now, this is the increasing speed of your bar and the negative speed of your bar. Okay. Now, once we create a clone, we're going to link it up here. And we're going to say, when I switch costume to costume 1, which is the clone's costume. Oh, and know for sure that this costume has to be a different color than this costume. Else, this whole thing will be ruined. Now, when it starts going to switch costume to costume 1 or the clone costume, and forever, if the space key is not pressed and it's not touching the color of the original one. The original one. This is kind of like a boss. The original one, not one of the clones. Then it's going to delete this clone. Now you may be wondering why this is as it is. Well, imagine a bar. It increases in length. It's leaving clones behind, like a chicken it may leave a trail of feathers and footsteps behind it. Then, if it walks back, it may collect the feathers, which is kind of like this. It collects the clones and destroys them as it's coming back. Now, the next one is just for effect. You can choose even anything, even animals. But this one is just for effect. Okay, so our tree is for expect. And this is some complicated math, so I'll recommend you can pay attention at this part. So at the beginning, we're gonna have it go here, or at the edge. And it's gonna hide. And foreverly, it's gonna create clones, wait 20 times the run speed. So it's gonna wait 20 times the run speed. So what's our run speed? Well, sometimes it's 0.09 and sometimes it's just 0.1. So let me tell you this. The basic math is to say that if the dog is in super dog form, the trees will pass by quicker, or bond quicker. And when it starts this clone show, it's gonna glide 20 times run speed from here to there. And it's gonna delete this clone. So it's something like this at the beginning, but then it goes up crazy. That. Okay, so our next thing is for blocking out any bugs. So if you're not really caring about bugs, I'll say you may want to leave this one alone. But else, yeah. So if you want this to be a completely bugless thing, I'll recommend you go searching in your sensings, and if you see anything very, very unuseful, you'll know that's what you need. Wait, what's this? Backdrop number of stage? Seems pretty useless. Well, wait, you can change it? Yeah, you can change it. You can just get your bar cloner here, and you can simply change it to all these useful stuffs. So we're going to be taking the exposition of the bar cloner so that foreverly it goes to the exposition of bar cloner. Now wait a second, where is that? Let's see where it is. It's back there. It's going to be following, but the back part of the line will be here. Now why? Because this code in the bar cloner leaves behind certain holes. So this is why I did it. So here, yep, you're gonna see that here I made it pretty long. So you're gonna have to make it 256 times 20. Okay. That's pretty long enough. Okay, now our final stripe. Oh, this is, you can't forget this thing. Go to back layer. Okay. Now our most final thing we're gonna do is the you win thing. Woohoo, you win! It's not much code, but you simply just draw it like this. Something like that. Very simple. And all you do is when start can hide, when you receive win, you place down win. It's that simple. Woohoo! We finished the game! Let's test it out. I'm gonna try to win. So this game is very challenging to win. Woohoo! Oh, please like, share, and subscribe!